Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video on the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition. You guys probably know, if you follow me on Twitter, this has been a highly anticipated mouse from me because I love Bruce Lee, and the colorway to me just looked awesome, and the idea of optical switches in the Pulsar X2 just sounded great. But every aspect of the unboxing experience, as well as even those glass gates that you do get in the box, everything is just truly dedicated to Bruce Lee. It really is a great ode to the GOAT himself. The mouse is absolutely beautiful in that yellow and black colorway, and every accent on the mouse really pops. And I love the fact that it's more than just a colorway. The mouse has a meaning. Not only that, but it has some really nice changes over the original Pulsar X2 that really make that in-game feel actually quite different. So whether it's worth your money, let's get into the changes and how they feel over the original. I am not a big proponent on owning the same mouse in 20 different colors because I don't think it's economically feasible. If there's nothing that is significantly different going from one solid color to another solid color, I just don't really recommend or suggest anybody do that. It's a little bit different here with the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition because it's a theme and it's more than just a solid colorway. For me, if I already owned a white or a black or a red, I would still probably have ordered the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition because I just think it's pretty damn cool. But I am happy to report that there are two significant changes over the original Pulsar X2, including the coating and the switches. I want to get into the coating first because the coating is truly special. I think the coating on the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition is probably the best coating I've ever had on a mouse out of the box. This thing is like dipping your hand in chalk and grabbing onto a weight at the gym. This thing is so grippy and stays so dry even in my very humid climate. And the original coating isn't necessarily something that I ever took an issue with. It is a good coating, but the Pulsar X2 Bruce Lee edition, I mean, you put your hand on this and it is instantly noticeable how grippy the mouse is compared to the original. I think if you are a fan of that XM1R coating, this coating on the Bruce Lee edition is really phenomenal, and it does make a difference for me in game. It just feels more premium, and that extra added grip helps me maintain my grip with how my fingers are just stuck to the mouse. So I think whatever they did to the coating, they need to continue doing in the future because it is an absolute killer compared to everything else on the market. And the next major difference, of course, are the switches. The Bruce Lee using opticals, the original using Kel 8.0s. I can say there are nice noticeable differences between the two in terms of how they feel. The optical switches are definitely lighter and a little bit easier to actuate. The physical feel, though, because the Pulsar X2 is designed in a way that has very minimal post-travel with that bottom frame and contact with the plastic of Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. Both of them have this kind of tough feel to them in terms of the downstroke when it does make contact with that plastic bar on the bottom frame. But the optical switches, in terms of the force required to actuate them, they definitely are lighter, crispier, and a little bit more responsive than the Kel 8.0s. I don't think in terms of click latency, you're not going to have any humanly noticeable difference going from the Kel 8.0s and the Pulsar X2 original and the optical switches. If you're somebody who on a graph likes to kind of have that documentation and that information and you want to go for the one that is the best, personally, I don't think you're going to have with 5 milliseconds or 6 milliseconds, 7 milliseconds lower, you're not going to have a humanly noticeable increase in your performance in game. In terms of the switch feel, though, I think that is definitely a easily humanly noticeable difference, and you will feel the difference from the opticals and the Kel 8.0s. I think between the coating and the switch feel, the mouse just feels way more premium than the original Pulsar X2. To give you guys a sound test between the opticals and the Kel 8.0s, overall, it feels better and it sounds better, and I think Pulsar really did a good job in honoring Bruce Lee with a superior mouse and probably one of the best mice on the market right now. And if anyone is unfamiliar with the Pulsar X2, of course it is a symmetrical mouse. It comes in a medium, it comes in a small. This is the small. Weight on my scale, the Bruce Lee edition is 57 grams. And again, it has the optical switches and the newest sensor on the market, which is the 3395. Again, stock, it comes with PTFE. I did put the glass gates that came with it in the box. I like glass gates for track heavy games. For tack shooters, I probably still prefer PTFE, but I don't mind glass gates. In terms of the overall build quality of the mouse, the side flex is minimal on mouse 1 and mouse 2. I have no switch grinding with the plastic over the optical switches. Pre and post travel, pre-travel is minimal, post-travel is almost non-existent, and I have no pre-travel on mouse 4 and mouse 5, and just a little bit of post-travel. I have absolutely no rattle inside. I have no build quality concerns that make any difference whatsoever in game. I have not had any build quality issues so far on a Pulsar X2. I'm very happy with the Bruce Lee edition, and I can report that the one that I have has phenomenal build quality, and the performance in game on the Mini has been a joy. I personally recommend the mouse, guys. If you like the colorway, if you're a Bruce Lee fan, if you were waiting to hear how the build quality was or how the switches feel, I think it's a damn good mouse, and I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link for the mouse down below, and if it helped, guys, as always, please leave a sub to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.